What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Saturday, August 26th, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you. Don't forget, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube Live. Be here, be there. I forget sometimes to mention some of my loyal podcast listeners. My guy Cam listens on Spotify. He's constantly giving me positive feedback, great comments, very appreciative of the show. So thank you, Cam. Shout out to you on Spotify. And we have a ton of listeners on through the podcast. So don't be afraid to pop over there if you can't listen to the YouTube version. It's all the same audio. So, all right, today we're continuing our fall position focuses, working our way around the team. We're talking corners. All right. We just got a few position groups left, and then we're going to get into our regular season shows. I can actually tell you that starting next week. So Mondays are offense, defense stats from the previous week's game. So obviously we won't be doing that this week, but Tuesday will be recruiting focused, who's visiting. Wednesday is Ryan Day press conference highlights, any injury updates, things like that. Thursday is kind of an open day, so maybe we'll sprinkle in some high school recruiting news there. Friday, 5 keys to a Buckeye victory. Saturday, and first thing in the morning, obviously this is first thing in the morning. I'll give you my weekly picks from the top 20 teams in the country. I'll pick like 5 games or something like that. And then Sunday, instant reaction show. So that's what you have to look forward once the season gets rolling here next week. So today, though, we are talking corners. That's right. The corners out there on the island. Everybody's got their own little island. So the starters, Denzel Burke. Last year, he had 582 snaps. Jordan Hancock, 103. Just remember, Hancock missed the first 6 games of the year, not to mention fall camp before that. So then backups, which Igbinosun I consider probably rotating in heavily. So kind of 3 starters. So you got Igbinosun. He played 13 games, got 10 starts at Ole Miss last year. And then Jair Brown, he had 197 snaps and started against Wisconsin last year. So actually played a lot more than Jordan Hancock, almost double. So let's get into it. Last year, 2022, we know we had a ton of lingering issues, no long-term issues, that put people out for an entire year, but lingering stuff that just hung on, and guys just couldn't get healthy from. So the Buckeyes started 5 different pairs of corners in 13 games. So Tim Walton never really had his full complement of corners available and fully healthy. It's not an excuse. It's just reality, Injuries are part of the game. So we're on a good path now. The position group has been completely healthy since March. Tim Walton said, I feel real good about it because we've been healthy. Guys have been in the system, so you develop chemistry. Those guys are playing together now, so the communication is better. People forget last year that there were a lot of injuries. There were a lot of guys in and out. Now guys have all played together. They understand it, and now you can see it gel a little more. Makes a lot of sense, right? So this group has a lot of buzz through winter and spring and summer now into fall. They're trying to get back to the BIA standard, right? Best in America. Last 3 seasons, it hasn't been to that standard. It hasn't even been close. Interceptions, that's right, right where I'm looking. The corners had 0 interceptions last year. 0. That's hard to understand, hard to believe. Guys didn't just fall into one, a tip ball or something. But anyway, the secondary in general has not gotten their hands on many balls, PBUs or INTs in the last few years. So in the spring, now fall camp, a lot of talk about defensive backs getting their hands on their balls where they should be. You keep your goddamn hands on your balls. All right. Third-year corner Denzel Burke said, "I think everybody in the room that's on scholarship has had a pick." That's awesome. Looking up. Burke says he's the only one with a pick six, though. Jair, though, did one-up him. He said that his interception was the most impressive. He said it was an out and up, and I had a one-handed toe tap on the sideline. So wish we would have seen video of that. But it can be risky to go after INTs, right? It's a gamble. Tim Walton's trying to find a balance between his players playing with confidence without gambling too much, right? You don't want to get dusted all the time, just going for a pick, you know. Tim Walton said, "I've been coaching for a while, and it's all based on opportunities. You can hit a streak sometimes where the ball is not in a position where you can get a lot of hands on it. It's not drops or missed opportunities. The ball just isn't there. But there's more to it than that. You have to go create them. That's the mindset we own now. We go create turnovers, but to do it within the confines of the scheme. So we got a healthy Jordan Hancock back. That's good. He's a versatile weapon, third-year guy, same class as Denzel Burke. Missed most of last year with the hammy. Even when Hancock was available to play, he couldn't practice much because the staff was afraid he would tweak something. And I'm talking the medical staff, not the coaches. But he's been healthy now since last winter. So we're looking at 8-9 months. Hancock said, "I just got thrown into the fire. I'm thankful to be thrown into that fire because I learned from those games, and now I'm better off." So Hancock's been working on the outside and in the slot, getting cross-trained up there. Sonny Styles appears to be on track to be the starting nickel at safety, but the staff has also mentioned playing more corner types depending on the matchup there at the nickel slot, whatever. So that group includes Cam Martinez, Jair Brown, and Jordan Hancock. Tim Walton said about Hancock that he brings a lot of versatility. We can move him around. When you have that kind of flexibility with a guy, it allows us to be able to do what we want on the back end. Burke said Hancock is the best off corner he's played with. And Hancock should start on the outside this fall with Burke and Igbinosun. I think you got a 3-man rotation there. Hancock has really good spatial awareness and play recognition. And those will help him a ton if he does end up playing in the inside some at the slot. Tim Walton said the game has slowed down for him. He's seeing it quicker. He had the chance to go through spring and then with the preparation through the summer. So he's been able to process things fast, see formations, see splits, and then diagnose plays. He's been pretty good with his eyes. Hancock also said he likes the physicality that comes with playing in the slot. He said, "I like hitting people. You hit people more when you're at nickel. Corner can be harder to guard. Playing nickel, you can know where your leverage is and your help." So Hancock emphasized that wherever the Buckeyes staff puts him, he'll be happy to be on the field. At Jair Brown, same mindset here. He said, quote, "I would say my role is just to get better every day, wherever I can help this team and increase my value, whether that's inside corner or outside corner. I feel like wherever that is, I'm going to try and get better every day. That's my role." So again, you got your starters, Burke, Hancock, Igbinosun rotating in for those guys, maybe more so with Hancock. Then Jair Brown, your fourth man, and confidence. This team, this group has so much confidence and swagger that I believe Igbinosun brought in. They're getting the hands on the balls, which we all love so much. And again, 3 starters. I think you got 3 starters there. And confident corners are huge for the overall secondary, right? So that's all I got for you today. Don't forget, hit the buckeyecast.com, 25% off. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.